Cars and Coffee Portland. Today, all right, we're back. So today we're live at Cars and Coffee Portland for 4th of July. The lots are absolutely packed, which is cool. And for the 4th of July, what they're doing is we are doing a live event where it's red, white, and blue cars. And so we're going to walk through the lots and check them out, see what we can find. Hey everyone, if you're just joining, this is Portland Cars and Coffee, and today is 4th of July, and so we're celebrating 4th of July by checking out some cars, and the theme of today is red, white, and blue cars. So right now we're in the very back lots, and we're going to be walking up and down the lots, checking out the cars and seeing what we can find. And then basically extra points for free cars within the theme, which this one is. Got the American flag in the back, which is super cool. And we got a 340 CUDA. So, all right, let's keep going through and seeing what we can look at here. Nice BMW E36. Mustang GTA. This is something I don't see very often, a Falcon wagon. All right, let's take a closer look at this. Let's see what this is. Check out the inside of this. This car is absolutely stunning. Everyone, if you're just joining us, we're at Portland Cars and Coffee, and we're walking around. It's the 4th of July, and today's theme is red, white, and blue cars. And right now we're checking out, I believe this is a Ferrari. Comment in the sections if you know this exactly what this is, but this is want to get some better shots of this. It's drawing a lot of attention, which is super cool. So we'll walk up and look at the interior one more time. So let this guy get some photos and then I'll walk through. So comment in the chat if you know anything about this car. Super cool. Super cool car. But all right, we're gonna keep going. So as you can see up there, they have all the white cars on one side, red cars on the other, and then the next slot will probably be blue. But we're going to jump through here and make sure that we don't miss any cars in the back lots here before we move up to the front. See if there's anything hiding in the back that's pretty sweet. giant Jeep. Wagoneer. Very cool. Alright, there's like a modified Mustang back here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna head up to the front. So basically, all the themed cars are up in these two rows ahead of us, and so we'll start going down the right side of the cars here and see what we find, and hopefully we find some cool stuff. All right, this thing is pretty cool. Old school. Old school hot rod. I don't know what this style is where it's all stanced up in the front, but it's pretty unique. All right, let's keep going. Next to it, we have a lowered Thunderbird. I mean, that thing is pretty sweet. Little rough paint, but looks great. And then we have a GTUS Mazda RX-7. I'm not sure exactly. All right, I'm gonna try to turn up the volume on this and see if it helps. All right, I don't know. I don't know if that helps, but turned up the mic, so hopefully people can hear me better. So we're gonna keep going. Nothing too crazy. Sweet Chevy. Hopefully that is better. Ford. All right, shout out to all the Volkswagen fans in the chat. Here's a, what is this? Is this a cabriolet? Not a cabriolet, but oh, what was I thinking? The air-cooled Carmen, Carmen Gia, but this one looks shorter than most Carmen Gias that I've seen. All right, let's keep rolling. International 100. Dude, these are trucks you do not see very often. The International old school farm trucks, because they were used for farming, so they just didn't survive, right? But this one is sweet. I love these wheels on it. I love how that stance looks, which is pretty sweet. So that thing's absolutely a beast. So, but all right, let's keep going. Dude, we got some movies going on in the back. So this car must have been featured in a movie, which is pretty unique. So this car was featured in Last Man. So cool, we got some movie history here, and then you even got the movie playing in the background. So that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right, let's just keep going. So it looks like that was the end of the red cars on this aisle, and now we got the white and blue. So, oh, this thing is unique. Another Corvair. Another air-cooled car. Then we got a modified Jetta. Looks like it's on air. Let's see if we can get a picture of the stance.
A month ago today, I was 10 miles from home, and I saw nobody in the car. They didn't even know what Le Mans was. I can't believe there's people that didn't even know what Le Mans was. My wife.
Some nice Recaro seats. The classic golf ball shifter. And absolutely slammed to the ground, which is always fun, right? All right, and then we just got an Audi, so we'll skip that. Sorry, Audi people. All right. So now over here we got one of my favorite cars, because this is the car that I own, but this is like the nicer M version of it. We have a clown shoe, so shout out. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Cool. All right, we're back. All right, we're not back. All right, cool. Woo! 250, let's go. All right.
Thank you all for joining us for Red, White, Blue Day at Portland Cars and Coffee. Coming back.
Dude, this is a clean car. So, all right, we're gonna keep going. We got the Lotus with some custom wheels. These are some interesting wheels. So, pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. So, what else we got? All right, so down this row, we're gonna have all the red cars. Nice Camaro. Modern Mustang. This thing is huge. Look at the size of this hood. The Dodge. This car is massive. Holy cow. Absolutely insane. Insanely large car. All right, let's swing over here. We got the Mini Cooper. And we got a Corvette that's all American here. That just screams 4th of July. So, all right, let's keep rolling up. Mustang 289 fastback. Super cool. Gotta love a fastback. Early Corvette. Rubicon. We'll skip that.
I don't know, I was like struggling too.
Another fastback.
That's the one I thought was yours. Yeah, that Mark, movie Mark guy.
It's Chevy C10. That's pretty sweet. Great looking little truck. So, and then my favorite, NSX. This would be the dream car right here. Absolutely legendary car. And the paint on this is insane. So, Ferrari, Lexus. All right, so that's the red car row. And now we'll swing up the other side of the aisle here and we'll check out all the white cars for so anyways, if you're just joining us, this is Cars and Coffee Portland, and since it's the 4th of July, all the cars are themed like red, white, and blue, and so we just walked down the red aisle and now we'll be walking down all the white cars over here. Once this guy pulls out of his space. Ooh, he killed it. Embarrassing. I also think he's trying to go out the wrong way. It'd be easier to come out this way. But, oh man, rough day. Good thing there's not a crowd of people watching you try to pull out right here. Oh, can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, he's really close to that other car. Oh, he's good. He made it. Good work. Nice work, guy. All right, so we're gonna just continue walking up these cars here, see what we can find. This is pretty sweet. Let's just walk around this real quick. Love the interiors on these old school cars. Super cool. And it's got matching tires, red and white, wall tires to match. So very neat. All right, we're gonna hop over back here. Got the Trans Am with the Firebird on the front. All right, let's keep walking. Got a Jetta. So we're walking up the aisle of all the white cars for the 4th of July car show in Portland here, Cars and Coffee PDX, and we got an RX-8. At the end, we have another Lotus. All right, we're gonna wrap around this section here and see what cars we got on the next aisle.
What, can I hurt the paint? No.
I have some experience with them.
Yes, you do.
I thought we had it up past.
We have.
All right, let's walk down. Dude, here's a suite. BMW 850i. The cool thing is about these cars is that when they came out, they were like one of the most advanced cars that BMW made, and they had a like drag coefficient like lower than a Ferrari. So this car was at the time like the most prime BMW you could buy, which is pretty cool. So let's just keep going, see what we got. A lot more red cars. We got a all red Volkswagen GTI up here. That's pretty interesting. These wheels are pretty insane. Let's walk up and check out. We got the concave on these wheels. That's pretty wild. All right, we're just walking around.
Hopefully, next few weeks up.
Just walking through all the red cars.
Yeah, the budget stuff with the schools is just, it's not great this year.
All right.
And enrollment is just, so many people just doing co-ops.
I think this car gets the award for the most 4th of July celebrated car. Old school Jeep with the the gun mounted on the side, and then we have some artillery in the back. Let's take a look at this. It's pretty cool. Interesting. Uh, this says this. I thought this was a Jeep, but it says Ford on the back, so maybe this is not a Jeep. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. All right, we're gonna keep going up the cars. That's the end of all the themed cars. So these are just cars that show up every day. But this is a really unique car. It's a cappuccino. I don't know if you're aware of these, but these are like imported cars from Japan where they get taxed on like the CCs. So they make these like super small cars with super small engines to pay lower taxes. And these cars are absolutely insanely small. So this is that's what a cappuccino looks like. And I mean, like compared to the car next to it, it's like a micro car, which is pretty insane. So that's a cappuccino. We're gonna keep going, see what else we can find. Super cool hot rod. Seen this one before. All right. Let's walk into the back lots and see. I think they have some more themed cars back there. That guy. Shout out to that guy. This car's one of my favorites that shows up. I've been wanting to check this out. Cars. Good. How's it going? Yeah, this car is absolutely insane. I'm gonna talk to this guy after I walk the cars and see if he'll let me do an interview. But his car YouTube channel is called Car Stuff P&W. All right, I'll have to remember that. Car Stuff P&W. Be sweet if I could do a little interview about this car because he's wide bodied and he's done a Honda engine swap, and I would love to take a ride in that car. Looks a little bit like it could be a death trap, but it looks fun. So SS 350. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk into the back lot here, see what we can find. Sometimes there's some hidden gems back here. All right, let's see what this car at the far end is in the teal color. I have no idea what this is. If you know what this is, shout it out. Let's try to get a better. Yeah, I still don't recognize this. He's got some modern racing seats in here. All right, let's back it up. All right, so we got some more moderns in the back here. BMW M2, Lotus Elise, Exige, or not Exige, Elise, but the Exige. Let's see if we can get a close up of the Exige. It's got some insane seats in it. All right, let's see if we can see these through the windows, but some carbon bucket seats. This thing is absolutely insanely small. So, like, it always surprises me how small Lotuses are in person. All right, let's pop around. Here's a unique car, a Ford Rally Sport. Very cool. All right, let's keep walking around and see what else we can see. Old school Bronco. Some cars starting to roll out. All right, this will be the final row of cars we're gonna walk through. All right, we'll start down the right side here. So we just got Camaro, and then we have the new GR Corolla, which super cool car, super expensive for what it is. But actually, we've got to pop over here and look at this skyline. This thing is super clean. And like a really cool off-white. So all right, let's keep going. We'll just pop over to this side, look at these two classic cars. Jag, or not Jag, but no, it's a Jaguar. Yeah, sorry. It is a Jaguar. Giant engine down the center. Mustang Cobra. Guy repping the American flag. And
You're with the wrong crowd.
all right, there's one car in the back. Let's go check this out. A giant hot rod back here, and this will be the final car. This is the car that looks like it's getting the most attention today. So we'll swing back here, take a look at this, and then we'll end the live stream. But that thing is absolutely insane. Dude, check that out. Absolutely crazy. These wheels like literally come up to the roof. Check that out. Let's take a look inside of this. Might have to wear a helmet to drive that, but anyways, so that's it. Happy 4th, everyone. Have a great day. Don't blow your fingers off.